Hi, folks. It's me again, Mr. McNichol. I hope everyone's doing good. Had a great class with you guys on Monday. Looking forward to another great one this Monday coming up. Excuse me. So right now I'm shooting this. Sorry, it's a little bit later. It's after 5. It's about a quarter to 8 when I'm shooting this right now, but I'm still getting there. Right now, tonight is Wednesday the 18th, and I will see you folks again on the 23rd. Remember, you've got a quiz that's due tonight by midnight, so please get that done. And we just go from there. Okay, great. Well, what I'm going to be talking about tonight, I'm going to be giving you guys a little advance on an in-class activity we're going to have on M14, Module 14. It's a lesson. You folks are going to break up into groups, and you're going to evaluate a website. The far majority of us today use the World Wide Web to get information when we want to learn about something. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who don't know how to properly evaluate a website. They don't always know how to properly evaluate whether information is valuable, if information is credible or not. Don't believe me? Look on the Flat Earth Society. There's a bunch of people who probably could use a bit more credibility in terms of information, and you can quote me. They can have whatever opinions they want, but, I don't find a lot of their information that they use to bolster their arguments to be credible. So, what do we do when we do that? Well, when we get together again on Monday, every group is going to get a different website. And you're going to be able to access them on your devices. So in addition to bringing the paper copies of your rough drafts, okay, for your midterms, and the paper copies, remember, are going to, for your midterms, you're going to choose whether you want to do a scholarship essay or a persuasive essay convincing me to adopt one of your entertainment choices, okay? So it's either scholarship essay or entertainment choice. Bring your paper rough draft to that. Now, after we work on each other's rough drafts, we're going to be looking at, specifically, how to evaluate a website. One of you folks, for example, one group will end up looking at the Bureau of Sasquatch Affairs. Okay, what exactly is that going to be, Mr. McNichol? What's that going to look like? Well, what you're going to see is, and a few others as well, you're going to be seeing a number of websites that purport to give a good amount of information, or they will claim our information is reliable. But how do you know that it is reliable? How do we know that that information is information that we can actually use on a paper and be believed? Because remember, whenever you turn a paper into me or some other professor in the future, you are trying to convince that professor that they should give you an A because your research is credible and you are presenting it in a way that that professor has come to believe is a reliable, credible format. So, the first thing you do is you look at what is the link to the website. If you're looking for unbiased information on the Republican Party, and that link tells you that you're going to a website for the Democratic Party, you're probably not going to get an unbiased view. Likewise, if I want to find out unbiased information about our current president, who is from the Democratic Party, probably if it is a website that says we are Republicans, you're probably not going to get an unbiased view at that point. Okay? Who's responsible for that article or website? Okay? What are their credentials? If you've got somebody claiming that the moon is made of green cheese, once again, it's like when we talked a while ago about things like like Bill Nye the Science Guy. He can have any opinion he wants, but his two demonstrated fields of expertise are being a mechanical engineer and creating a TV show that has been around and stayed relevant for over 2 decades. Those are no small achievements. Those are very, very good achievements. Okay? But if Bill Nye suddenly stands up and says, the moon is made of green cheese, or the earth is going to turn into a fireball next week, if you don't do what I say you should do. Okay, Mr. Nye, you can have that opinion, but I don't know that you're credible or not. Okay, and this website where you're saying these things are going to happen, I don't know that it's going to be all that credible either. So, how do we avoid that? Well, another thing to look at, okay, a lot of websites will have a date on them. Okay, when was the last modification? Okay? If somebody says, I have proven that the moon is made of green cheese and it's dated 1994 or 1995, the first year that the internet really kind of hit the airwaves, that information is outdated in many cases. Okay? This is going to be the next fashion trend. And if you look and you see that that website has a date of 2009, yeah, probably not the most reliable thing. Okay? Also, a little hint, when you see a website, click on the little button. Most of them have a button with the word about on it. We're back in Canada, some of us say about. Okay. Click the about button. Okay? Does the website seem honest about what its purpose is? Okay? Again, you're going to have bias. Everybody has biases. It's impossible to escape. But you want, as much as possible, your sources to be unbiased, because that way you, with your thing that you're trying to persuade people with, will be more credible and more believable. Okay? So, what's the real purpose of the website? Some websites just want to make money. Some websites just want to keep your attention and get you clicking. Okay? Some websites genuinely want to inform you. Some websites want to entertain you, so you'll keep watching and maybe see an ad. And some websites want to persuade you or even fool you into believing something no one else will believe. Maybe so that you'll buy their stuff or whatever. Okay? Also, you have to look at bias. Now, .com is a site, short for commercial, yeah. They want to sell you things, okay? Or org often will want to persuade you to do things. This is an organization. This is a commercial website, okay? Now, a .gov website often is unbiased if you're talking about what the current law is. For example, a .gov website would be the place to go, okay? If you're looking for educational policy, a .edu website might be the way to go as well. Okay? Now, sometimes, even in those particular pieces, you might have biases. A .gov website, when a Republican president is in charge, may have pieces that would be slanted towards the Republican president, and vice versa with a Democratic president and so forth. But generally, a .gov or a .edu site will just be giving you facts and policy. Okay? This is what we do. They might not tell you exactly why. That would be more for a .com or a .org. Okay? Also, a way to tell if a website is credible. Look at the ads on the website. Okay? If you are reading a website that says drinking beer is good for you, and you suddenly see ads for beer companies popping up, okay, maybe this information is not 100% reliable. It could be that the person who has the website wants to make money from the beer companies, okay? So that's another thing to be aware of, okay? A bias can be in place because a person wants to make money. Nothing wrong with making money, but some might say there's something wrong when you're kind of playing hide the ball to get it. I am going to try and make you believe something that is not necessarily 100% true or reliable, but I'm going to try and make money off of it. I want you to keep your eyeballs on the screen while the ads flash at you. Okay? Also, another thing to look at, does the ad seem very professional? Okay? Is it just bare bones and a little bit of text? Or does it have a bunch of illustrations that look like maybe a kindergartner put together? Or does it look like a website, from the 1990s that has really terrible graphics and kind of sluggish buttons? Modern websites, you can just kind of tell because almost all of us are on the World Wide Web and the internet a lot, for the last 20 odd years. For the most part, we can tell if something is professionally built or not. If it just seems kind of garbagey, kind of slapped together, this may not be a website that is reliable. Okay? Does that make sense? So, using all those criteria, using all those pieces, you can decide, and we will decide when we get together next time, if a website is reliable and is reliably used for our purposes. Okay? Sound good, everybody? All right. Well, that's my 10-minute. Well, it's about 11-minute lecture, but I hope everything is going well for everybody. Remember, go check and see what is due. This Wednesday night. Please get that quiz done. Okay? And when we meet on Monday, again, please bring your paper copy of your rough draft of your midterm paper. And your midterm paper, using your outline, have your midterm paper be either about getting a scholarship or persuading me to adopt one of your entertainment choices. All right. Everybody have a great night, and hope things go well for you. See you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.